I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that if you're watching this video right now, chances are you survived the day of rage yesterday. But that's the only good news I have right now. The bad news is that the situation over in Israel has gotten even worse over the past couple of hours since my last video. Israel has now bombed 2 airports in Syria, claiming that these airports were being used to help aid Hamas. So now, before this war has even really started, and trust me, it hasn't really started yet, Israel is now fighting in the Gaza Strip, preparing for a full-scale invasion into Gaza. They're fighting Hezbollah up in Lebanon. They're fighting in multiple cities in the West Bank. And now they're fighting and bombing Syria. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm a military expert. I'm not a military commander. I don't know what the situation over there really is. I don't know what these military commanders know that I don't. So I can't sit here and tell you what I think they should be doing. But I will say that I think they need to be careful not to bite off more than they can chew. Because before they've even, went into Gaza, they already started fighting on all these other fronts. Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily Israel's fault, but at the same time, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you're already fighting in like 4 or 5 different areas before the fight even really begins. But after Israel bombed these airports in Syria, the foreign minister of Iran had a meeting with the leaders of Hamas. So that's not good at all. I think it goes without explanation that we know why they're having this meeting, right? Because Iran already threatened that they're going to get involved if Israel keeps up with the attacks. And now that Israel has basically stated that within the next few hours, they're probably going to begin the ground invasion into Gaza. Now that Israel is bombing multiple targets in Syria, is Iran going to keep their word? It looks like they may keep their word because they're meeting with Hamas. But after this meeting with Hamas, the president of France warned Iran to back off and not get involved. So there's a whole chain of events unfolding as other countries are getting dragged into this situation. Meanwhile, the USA just announced that the death toll over in Israel, the American death toll over in Israel, is now at 29. Now, remember the other day I told you that as the U.S. makes announcements about where we're moving our troops in, about how we're going to handle this situation, right before they announce, we're going to send another aircraft carrier, they go ahead and they let you know that the death toll has risen. It's like this stuff happens simultaneously. So as the U.S. is sending and they're basically transferring a lot, fighter jets and things of that nature, various aircraft from air bases in the UK. They're sending them to Jordan and various areas in the Middle East as we continue to move, these military vehicles around on this chessboard. We're slowly releasing the numbers of, now it's 29 Americans dead. The other day it was 25. Before that, you know what I mean? So the death toll is slowly rising, but they're waiting to release these numbers right as they make these military movements. So it's almost like, hey, 29 Americans dead, so we're sending 25 fighter jets to freaking Jordan. You know what I mean? So you just got to pay attention to how the media operates and how it kind of walks hand in hand, step in step with how the government operates. They're all working together. So they release information to get you enraged. They release information to make you more supportive of the war as they move their war pieces on the chessboard. Now, as all of this is unfolding, and we're watching as our military is moving in all of these warships, we're sending all of these fighter jets. So we're fully capable of, moving our military around, yet we haven't used them yet to try to evacuate some of our citizens out of Israel. Militaries from all over the world, countries from all over the world are landing in Israel, getting their people out of there. America has yet to do so. I mean, hey, we're sending battleships, we're sending fighter jets, but we're not sending a single plane to pick up our people yet. So it's almost as if they're waiting until the situation just goes completely off the rails before they pick these people up. So we have another botched evacuation like the one in Afghanistan. These past couple of days were the days that we should have been getting in there and getting these people out. But now, as Israel has announced that they're ready for the next stages of this war, and now that they're fighting multiple countries already, now is when we're just starting the process of possibly trying to get these people out. Now, in the beginning of this video, I did say I didn't have any more good news, but in fact, I do. All of this talk about evacuating citizens reminds me that Germany today was successfully able to get, I believe, 51 people, maybe more, out of Israel safely. They landed, they got their people out, just like America should be doing, and they got the hell out of there. Meanwhile, oh man. So that's what's happening right now. By the time you're watching this video, I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot of other crazy stuff that has happened. Oddly enough, Russia, Putin, has called for a truce. I was thinking that he would be happy about the situation going down, but we'll see how that plays out as well. For now, though, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter. If you're feeling generous, drop a super thanks down below, and I will talk to you all in the next video.